Well, hi everybody. Okay, so I'm a day late. Sorry about that. I didn't realise it was bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so I ended up doing loads of stuff yesterday, and I'm doing the video now instead. So we are back in the kids' bedroom. There's the Iron Man and the superheroes. So what superhero were you last week? Okay, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch. I think it's video number 14. So last week, I promised that this week we would talk about what a narcissist is, how to identify a narcissist, and what to do when if you've ended up in a relationship with a narcissist. Okay, so a narcissist is, well, where does the term come from? First of all, the term comes from a curse that was put on a young man, and the curse was that he could only admire his own beauty. So what he did was he looked at his reflection in a pond his hut until he died, basically. So there you go. So a narcissist is someone with, basically, they love themselves, but they love themselves that much that they can't see anything else. They exaggerate everything. They exaggerate their successes. They never fail at anything. Nothing is their fault. And they are pathological liars. They will lie literally about everything. On the outside, they are very sociable, very welcoming. But when you meet a narcissist, what happens is you tend to find that the conversation revolves around them. If you start talking about something, say you're talking about your work or whatever, they will bring that conversation back to them every time. Okay, now narcissists aren't born narcissists. Sociopaths and psychopaths and stuff like that. Narcissists are basically come from the environment that they're brought up in, from the age of 0 up to 6, like we were talking about the other week. It's sort of like drilled into them, they're conditioned into that. Now, if you catch a narcissist out with a lie or whatever, and it can be irrefutable proof that you have, they will still try and lie their way out of it. They won't believe you. Like I said last week, I know this from experience. It could be black and white in front of them, and they will still not believe you. It won't be their fault. It'll be your fault. Okay, so if you have found that you are dating a narcissist, what happens is a narcissist will first 3 to 6 months of the relationship will be the best thing since sliced bread. So we'll give you loads of validation, loads of praise, everything else on top, which makes you feel brilliant. But unfortunately, they basically think of a spider with a fly in a web. They're basically drawing you in until they've got you, and you can't go anywhere. Now what happens is, you, as a normal person, you tend to try and get the amazing 3 to 6 months that you've had. You try and get that back. So you do extra things and extra things and extra things, try to get, I suppose, the validation back from the narcissist. Unfortunately, you will never get that, and if you're in a relationship with a narcissist now, you will understand this. The first 3 to 6 months were amazing. They would have done loads of stuff for you, you would have done loads of stuff for them, and then they turn the table. Once they've drawn you in, they turn the tables, and they will literally sit there and watch you do everything. Nothing you do will be good enough. The way that narcissist works is that narcissist wants your admiration. Once they've got that, they then see you as a lower class of person. So they're not interested in you anymore. So it doesn't matter what you do. You could clean the house, you could buy them a brand new car, you could buy them a house, you could go on holiday. You do everything in your power to basically get that admiration again, but you will never get it. Then what they start doing is they start doing what is called gaslighting, which is what I touched on last week. Now, I actually went through a relationship where I put up with just short of, about 10 years worth of gaslighting, and it is awful. It is awful. It made me ill. It made my parents ill. Basically, it starts off small. So like I said last week, it could be you come home, you put the keys on the table near the door, and the narcissist says, "Oh, where's the keys? I'm going out. Where's the keys?" Or on the table near the door. No, they're not. And you'll be racking your brain. "Yeah, I put them on the table. Sure, I put them on the table." And the narcissist will come back. "I found them. You left them in the kitchen." Now, at first, you just think, "Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough." Now, after a couple of weeks of this, a couple of months, a couple of years, you start doubting yourself. You start doubting your own mind. You feel like you're going out. You really do feel like you're going out of your mind. What the narcissist will do, they will you've been at work all day. You get to a train station, and the train's cancelled or the track closed for whatever reason. Now, a normal couple, you would ring your partner, and you would say, "Oh, can you come and get me? No, I'm not going to get home till 10 o'clock tonight, otherwise, blah, blah, blah." And your partner will reply, "Yep, no problem." What a narcissist will do is a narcissist will say yes and not turn up. And then you ring again. And the narcissist won't have even set off. Or they will set off, but it is putting them way out of their way. So it's a major inconvenience. And they see that inconvenience as your fault. Not the fact that the train's broke down or the track's been closed, but it's your fault. They have no concept of love. They have no concept of empathy. And their self-esteem, high to low, is a very small margin between the two. So, think of a dial, like on your car. Excuse me, like a fuel gauge on your car, but a full circle. And instead of having empty and full, a narcissist is legit empty and full are next to each other. And their self-esteem to be on full needs to be fed constantly. And once it's fed, it drops to empty, near enough straight away. So this is what you'll find with narcissists. They don't have many friends. There's probably only one person in the whole family, which is normally the mother, that they can actually talk to and relate to, because you'll find that the mother is a narcissist, hence the reason why the son or daughter is a narcissist as well. It's not only men that are narcissists, it's women as well. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you've had children, eventually that relationship will fizzle out, and it will be your fault. There's no two ways about it. Narcissist is never wrong. They're never ever wrong. So if a relationship breaks down, it will be your fault, and that fault will be totally fictitious. What they will do is they will find the weakness in you. Now, if you've known somebody 5, 10, 15 years that you've been married to or you've been a partner of, they know your weaknesses. So you could say, "Well, I hate it that men hit women." Now, the narcissist will remember that, so that when they do separate, which will be your fault, the reason you separated is because you hit her. Now, if you've got children, what happens is the narcissist then, because you're gone, you're out of the picture, the narcissist can't get to you anymore. So it's a bit like a cat with a mouse. The cat can't get the mouse anymore. So what the narcissist has to do, the narcissist has to get to you some other way. Now that will be through the kids. So let's say the kids are coming to visit. Alright, so you'll get a text message, say you're supposed to pick the kids up at 10 o'clock. You'll get a text message after you've left your house. Oh, the kids aren't ready, can you pick them up at 10:30? So, okay, fair enough. Alright, so you get there for 10:30. And then the kids get in the car. Kids are pissed off with you. What's wrong with you two? I've not seen you for a week, or I've not seen you for 2 weeks, or whatever. Oh, well, you're late. Mum said you were coming at 10, and it's 10:30 now. So, well, your mum told me to pick you up at 10:30. No, Mum said you were coming at 10, and she told us blah. So straight away she's on you, or he's on you, whichever way around it is. Then what'll happen is you'll have a good weekend with the kids. The kids will go home, and as kids do, they'll run in the house and they'll go, oh, we've done this, we've done that, da. Now the narcissist has no love, no empathy, and only cares about themselves. So straight away, the admiration from the children isn't to him or her. The admiration, as the narcissist sees it, is to the parent that they've just been with. So straight away, that narcissist has to bring that back. So that will result in text messages, phone calls, and they are proper abusive as well. There's no in between with a narcissist. They're either here or they're here through the roof. They literally explode with rage. So then it ends up with abusive text messages to the other parent, abusive text messages to the other parents or grandparents of the children. It ends up with phone calls. Now phone calls are a really bad way for narcissists, because what they do is they make sure that the children are within earshot of the phone call. So they don't actually tell the children, say, oh, your dad's a bad dad or whatever. What they do is they will get on the phone to you and they will make sure that the children can hear. Now the phone call will start off all nice, but then it'll be a few phrases that are dropped in, or a few accusations that are dropped in, and then it ends up the other parent on the other end of the phone, the normal one, kicking off. That's when the phone goes on loudspeaker and she's there and the kids can hear the other parent kicking off and screaming. So that is gaslighting. It's also gaslighting by proxy. So what do you do? Now, I've been through this. 10 years with a partner who was, to call it narcissistic domestic abuse, which is what I put up with. Unfortunately, in the UK, it's not recognised as a thing. Apparently, in the United States, it is now, or it's getting passed or something, so it's a law, which is bad as physical domestic abuse. Once I separated with my partner, obviously then she was using the kids, so narcissistic domestic abuse by proxy, which again is not against the law here in the UK, but apparently it will be in the United States soon, or it may even be now, I'm not sure. The only thing that I can suggest is what worked for me. You've got to remember, it's for your own sanity. Now, I went through this for 10 years in a relationship, and then 5 years afterwards, which was just constant abuse, using the kids against, using the children as the proxy. The only thing you can do is walk away. That's all I can suggest to you, for your own sanity. Yeah, that's all I can say. Now, people are watching this going, oh, it's terrible, he's walked away from his kids, and da. I wouldn't wish what I've been through on my worst enemy. No way. No how. Now the problem is that my children are now at the hands of a narcissist. So they will go one of two ways. They will either grow up narcissists or they will grow up as codependent. Which by that time, hopefully they've seen these videos and they will know what to do. So there you go. Pack your stuff, change your phone number, move house if you have to. Just walk away for your own sanity. So that's it for this week. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. So thank you so much to the new subscribers and the old ones as well. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for retweeting the videos. Thanks for the new followers. You're all brilliant. And as always, stay awesome.